Barrel roll. Barrel roll.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. Oh, wait, we're started.
And welcome to the post-credit show where
we make things up.
our video did not start.
That's okay. We made it work.
I'll make it work. Hey, look! It's playing now! It has its own music, Tony. It has its own music. There, it played.
Does it go barrel roll?
No, it does not. We're done. We're back.
Oh.
And we've all got candy.
I'm good.
Neither who, except yeah, Tony's just like playing with chords. You've had some stuff before we've.
I had some. This is my fidget. This is my fidget.
Got the stupid keys again.
I didn't remind you.
Either who.
This is the Barrel Roll post-credit show where we talk about movies we've watched, games we've played,
and other experiences we've had over the week.
Everything else in between. So, I guess we'll just start because I watched Beauty and the Beast.
Finally.
Finally.
Oh, finally.
Yes. That's
Man.
That's a movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a movie. It sure is.
It sure is a movie. I didn't like it that much.
I enjoyed it.
I thought that none of the actors sounded French,
No, but they all sounded English. That was the point.
but they should be French because it's in French.
I looked at it.
It's in
this
French.
I looked at it this way.
French.
Essentially,
France,
we're
yeah.
watching it through the magic box that makes them all sound English because there's the joke in
guess
there
so.
that says like LeFou sits there to Gaston
Yes.
and goes, "You're missing a certain je ne sais quoi."
Yeah.
So the translation would essentially be like, "You're missing," but that would be
Yep.
in French, and a certain I don't know,
Yeah, I
and
don't
he'd
know.
go like, "Why are you speaking English to me?" Essentially, like I don't know what
Yeah.
that means.
I don't know. I just feel like and I think you guys might disagree with me with this. I think the most inaccurately cast character was actually Belle. I did not like Emma Watson as Belle. I think
like
that
her in almost everything.
that's a different that's a different discussion. I like to be in. Sorry. No, I just think that she was not properly cast. I feel like they should have gone with Disney fashion and gotten someone brand new for the main role. Like I don't know. Like
I do
she
disagree with you.
she had some good moments, and as an actress, she's obviously doing as best she can. But I think for the role, she doesn't feel like Belle to me.
Well, and this was a
Belle
different.
is supposed to be kind of the attractive, hot bookworm, yeah.
But I
And
feel
I
like
think she pulls that off.
See, I know. I think some of the songs and some of the singing for her also wasn't on par as well either. Like I just feel she doesn't have the Belle that I remember from the movie. And again, you're not. I can't expect the same movie, obviously, because they had different plot points that they touched on.
Yeah.
They had different story elements that they fleshed out on.
And the other piece for it too, just as a different Belle. If you watch the behind the scenes stuff, they wanted to make Belle more of an inventor this time. Like they wanted her not just to be the bookworm, but also the like.
That's smart.
But her dad is less of the inventor; he's more of the artist. She's the one who's like he's working on the music box at the beginning, and she's like, "No, use this gear," and he's like, "No. Oh yeah, that one."
Yeah.
Yep.
Like she's the brains behind the operation.
And I get that. And just it feels like Emma Watson wasn't the right fit for that role. They could have gotten someone way better, I think. And whether or not they go with a brand unknown character or an unknown actor, I think that's what would have been the right choice or the right call. I loved The Beast. The Beast was great. I think he was a really strong the actor for that role.
Mm-hmm.
They cast that person perfectly. In fact, I think almost everyone was cast perfectly other than Emma Watson.
See, in the Beast, I had an issue with the CGI on the Beast.
Yes, the CGI was kind of...
Now, once you saw how
funky.
they do the CGI, very impressive.
Yes, the technology behind it is cool, but...
Because he did the whole big suit thing with the heels almost like, you know...
he had a green big suit.
No, it was gray with all
Was
the
it great?
markers.
Oh, yeah,
on
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
And he had the big heels to get him to that height and get him to make sure he had like the paw type effect. But to do his facial stuff, he'd do the lines on set, and then he'd go to a separate room after he was done filming, and
Yeah.
it filmed him from certain angles, and he actually did every scene again. But this box he was in essentially recorded his every movement he made, like super advanced 3D technology. I just didn't think it translated all that great. Like, it still looked pretty.
It looked pretty CGI.
Oh yeah, it was very.
Whereas
CGI.
if I think they put him in a practical something and then overlaid CG, it would have looked a little bit better. But
I thought the "Be Our Guest" song could have been done with a lot more flash. It was not as
liked it
pizzazzy.
I liked it still.
It was good, but it was not. It doesn't convey the feeling that I got from watching it the first time. I mean, closer to the end of the set piece, like the song, it got there. But when it first started off, it didn't feel like "Be Our Guest" at all. And I attribute this to the fact that where the fuck was his top hat and cane?
he faked it.
Don't care. He needs it. He needs an actual top hat and an actual cane for that song.
Well, he used a match.
Unrealistic,
and a,
Tony.
yeah.
Come on.
No, he needs a top
A
hat.
candlestick
and cane.
does not have a top hat. Come
Although
on.
I like that they gave him a nice cloak for the candlestick. The candlestick for Lumiere. Like, I like the cloak that he got. That was cool. That was super well done.
He wasn't just a face on a candlestick.
Right, right. Like a lot of the character design, when I initially saw it, when they were doing like, this is what Lumiere is going to look like, this is what Cogsworth is going to look like, I was like, but seeing it in motion, it makes a lot of sense.
That CGI was well done.
Yeah,
that one was well
CG
done.
makes actually a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So.
That CGI was well done.
Right. But yeah, like it wasn't the world's worst movie. I just wouldn't watch it again. I think I would gladly go back to
The classic.
the old one.
I like them both.
I was going to say they both hold a different place.
Yes,
I do love the classic.
I
think both.
think though that goes without
The
saying.
Gaston song was good too.
The Gaston's song was hands down the best part of that entire movie, and Joss Gad is basically on permanent hire for Disney.
Oh, yeah.
So, like I'm interested to see what Marvel character he does at this point.
Mole Man.
Done. Doesn't care. Doesn't matter. Do it.
Penguin. That's not Marvel, but
No.
That's
Although
that's the rumor right now.
he would be a good penguin though. He
That's
would
what the
be.
rumor right
he
now
would be
is.
a
He's
good
going
He
to
could
play
be.
Penguin.
He could do that.
It'd be a very
but yeah,
serious
that-
role for him.
In the new Batman movie.
Yeah.
He gets. He would be the Penguin, and he hires Deathstroke.
But that would still be a very serious role for Josh Gad.
Cogsworth.
But yeah, no, like I think that song and that piece alone was outstanding. It was the best part of that movie.
What did you think about the new song?
I felt like they were more of they had an opera feel to them, not as it didn't fit in line with the other song pieces and the rest of the movie. It felt like more of the opera, and of course it's not from the Broadway, but it felt like they could have been put in Broadway.
I wish they
instead.
brought some of the Broadway music in.
Right.
Some of that Broadway music that they
They could have pulled
is
that off
good.
if they wanted to.
Yeah, I think they wanted to, and I think this is the big piece because people go, "Why do the live action stuff?" And it's like, well, because Disney did, like they've done the animated. They've taken a lot of their stuff to Broadway.
It's been fairly successful too. Animated onto Broadway and onto live.
And then now it's this like, oh, we can do it. Let's do it live. But I think the biggest piece coming out of these is like, this is a retelling. These are reimaginings. Like the fact that
Story's a bit different.
like the behind the scenes part even shows like Emma Watson refused to wear the flats. She's like, I'm an inventor because like Belle in the original had just like flats for shoes. She was like, I'm wearing boots. I'm an inventor. She would not wear flats. Like if something fell on her foot, toes would break. I'm wearing boots.
I'm wearing boots.
I like
I'm
how
not
real.
doing this. Not doing
I like
that,
how real the world felt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like even the bookstore.
Like the bookstore,
it
the
was
village, the
quaint.
way
Okay,
that
there are some issues there.
I like how real.
We are nitpicking now.
Oh, I'm really nitpicking because we watched it last night, and I had to laugh because she goes in the song Belle. We all know she goes to the bookstore, and in the bookstore she picks out a book she has read before. This bookstore is now the church, which actually makes
A lot of
way
sense.
more sense because they were the keepers of.
And the
Of
fact
the-
that the
of
literature, the literacy rate in this town is basically none.
Yeah.
Right.
So it makes sense that it's not. There's no bookstore.
There's no bookstore.
There's no
It's
books.
the church is
Sure.
the keeper of knowledge. That's great. Did you notice the priest?
What about him?
He may be black.
Really? That's an issue for you?
Not an issue. Just a funny talking piece.
Oh, I saw
because
that too, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, it was just
cool.
historically wise.
Super incorrect.
Yeah, not accurate because they never did.
Awesome for the film because I
guess
really
so.
don't
Yes.
care. But you're sitting there
Good
watching it
diversity,
as
but-
she's running around obviously an era in time with the plague going on and that kind of stuff, and especially that position would never have happened.
Yeah,
I guess so. That's true.
That was my. I just kind of. I know, so that's why I just sit there laughing because I'm like, kudos for them for throwing that in, and it's a little bit of a shot, but at the same time I was just laughing my butt off because I'm like Père Robert, like Father Robert, essentially is definitely a guy who would have not been a priest back then.
Let alone any position.
And these guys took a lot of shots. I mean, Josh Gad, obviously, his character. In the end of the movie, you find out that he's,
straight up.
At least, yeah.
They're not sugarcoating it.
Yeah. Like, he's obviously a gay character. Mm-hmm. But that's what I mean. Like, they keep taking, and it's not, overtly,
It's not over the top.
I'm going to totally make out with this dude right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
They're not doing that.
But it's still, it's like these tiny punches and all these little,
nudges.
organizations and this and that and everything where it's like, priest, when we can black, it'll be funny. Like...
Diversity.
I think LeFou... Perfect.
Yeah, LeFou did
LeFou is the best character, and having character development for not just him, but for all these other characters that you would never have thought to have character development as well.
That's I think
with Miss Potts finding her husband. Like
husband.
I totally didn't think about that.
Yeah, and you have to love that the thing right at the beginning. Where she's walking past him and she's like, "Have you forgotten something?" He's like, "Yeah, but I can't remember what it is." And then by the end of the movie, it's like, "Holy cow, I have a wife and kid!"
Yeah, right. I like how that they wrote that off literally in like half a sentence.
Yeah.
It's like that makes sense. It covers the biggest plot hole from the original. It's like, wait, spell.
Mm-hmm.
Which MIB'd them.
Yeah, and that was the piece. The castle's so close to the village.
Yeah.
But no one remembers it's there.
It's there.
I thought the plague piece was a little dark.
Yeah.
I think that got a little. That's where it got a little too real, and I don't think I needed the backstory for Belle.
I didn't mind it. I was just like, we're in the theater watching this, and it's like this book can take you anywhere,
deep.
and I'm like, okay, cool, neat.
Okay, there.
And all of a sudden they end up in like this
Jumanji.
decrepit windmill, and I didn't make the connection to like his music box at the beginning. Like once you see it again, you're going, oh man, the connections they made in this flick. And then he picks up the mask, and I'm like,
yeah, the doctor's mask.
That came from a very specific time, and like,
and then they full on put a mask on a dude, and then
it's like your mother died of the plague, and I'm like,
that got real.
They threw that in a Disney flick? Like kids are gonna be walking out going like, what's the plague?
Why is that guy wearing a funny mask?
Yeah, like
with a long nose.
Because as soon as he picked that up, I thought that was gonna be kind of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like those that knew, you'd know.
Yeah.
But nope.
They full on show the mom.
He's like, the plague. And
maybe it was a nudge against anti-vaxxers. Vaccinate your kids.
For a man in a scary nose mask to show up.
Just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, not a bad movie.
Nope.
Not the world's greatest movie.
Yeah.
See, I find with these ones you really have to distance yourself from
the original source
material.
Yeah.
Because I did the same thing with The Jungle Book. As you're watching it, I'm going, it's missing that,
Yeah.
the
jolliness.
And especially that jazz motif that the original one had.
Yeah.
Like it was just so jumpy. This one's like Shere Khan rips a wool off the frickin' thing. And I'm like,
I was like, oh my god.
And I think that was my breaking point on that one where I'm like, this is a very different film.
I'm glad they stuck with the ending though.
Yep.
Because they've been doing so many of those like, we're gonna change the ending just a little and then just completely changes. Mm-hmm. Whereas in this one it's basically the same as
it is full on the
it's basically the
I don't
same
know how
ending.
you could change it though.
They would try to do something weird.
Where Belle goes back to the village to invent things and he gives up the castle to be with her and
yes.
Yes.
Because I'm referencing more like Cinderella.
Oh yeah, Cinderella,
Maleficent, which were very like different from the
Jungle
original.
Book ending was different.
I still haven't watched that yet.
Remember
I need
that.
to watch it still.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
I know.
Really good.
Yeah, because he found the girl in this.
But like,
Or he went back to
Maleficent
humans,
was
didn't he? And
veered
the
wildly
the
off.
cartoon he did. He went back.
The cartoon
to
he went back.
humans.
But
Yeah.
at the end of this one, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
He
No,
stayed
no,
with
no.
the animals.
Yeah, he stayed with the animals.
yeah.
So yeah, like I'm glad the
Spoilers,
Nintendo.
but
It's been
Oh,
Mowgli
for a while.
lives.
Cool,
Shere Khan does not get his way.
neat.
I was sad
That
there's
doesn't
no
ruin
vultures
anything.
singing. In,
Right. Get Ringo in.
The Beatles were totally in the original movie.
Well,
Two-
it actually
two-
wasn't.
two
It
of
was
four of
supposed
them
to
are
be
still
the
alive.
Beatles, but
2 of the 4 of them are still alive.
But could you imagine Paul McCartney and Ringo, like, not even singing,
Yeah,
but just, like, on a thing going, like, you know...
acknowledged.
Yeah, just to
Yeah.
acknowledge that piece. And again, Jon Favreau did a good job. You just
Oh,
have
he
to
did.
make sure that you're going, this is this Jungle Book, and this
That's
is
that
this
Jungle Book.
thing.
Yeah,
and I
and
think that's where
what-
The Lion King's going to be another one where
Oh,
you
yeah.
go, like,
Yeah.
the
Super dark.
original was, like, so good.
You watched,
And now you're gonna watch this-
Mufasa get trampled a little bit more.
There's blood, like
There's
There's a blood streak on the...
He
Yeah, he
crawls
crawls
out
out
alive, and then
Scar
Scar
just,
just
like,
pushes him down
cinches
again.
him off and puts his paw over the throat.
just, actually making Scar the
The
full-on killer would be...
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, he goes in. He's still partially alive somehow.
But he's,
And then he's
trampled
crawling
on-
out, bleeding, like you said. And then Scar comes up and just puts his paw on his throat.
So yeah, so that's what like with
That
these
got
movies,
dark.
I definitely you have to make a disconnect because
Yeah.
and I still haven't seen Cinderella.
No, I haven't.
It's
either.
passable. It's
I feel
actually pretty
like
good.
That one was the most similar to the classic.
was.
Okay,
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
I-
almost like...
I enjoyed the fact that they gave the prince a lot more
Yes,
character.
yes.
Like a lot
You
of
kinda have
character.
to.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
he's
that's-
so
you have to
he
flesh
was
out.
so
'cause
one dimensional in the
you
original
look at the
cartoon.
animated ones.
Oh,
like
yeah.
an hour and a half.
You mean he showed up and
Yes.
looked for a chick
And then put a
found
shoe
her?
on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he does way more, and there's a reason
Yeah.
for him to do way more in this
But
movie.
the animated ones were what, hour and a half?
Yeah.
No,
These
not
ones
even.
are
They were
over
an
Not
hour.
even, maybe just like...
Most of the animated ones were an hour.
Yeah, maximum hour 15.
Yeah.
So now you got to fill
If
that
you include
void.
credits.
Yeah.
Well, and you can answer those questions. Like again, I think Beauty and the Beast does a pretty good job of answering
Yeah.
a lot of questions, and then they go overboard on some of them. But even like Gaston, why he is Gaston? He was part of the war. He was a
Yeah.
soldier.
Military,
he was
both,
one of,
both
he was-
him and LeFou.
and captain.
Both him and
And
LeFou.
Captain.
Because Maurice comes in going like, "Oh my God, this beast has taken my, daughter." Blah 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 blah. And Gaston comes up like, "Oh well, I'll help you." And he's like, "Oh, thank you, Captain, thank you." And you're
And
going
I-
like,
And I love the idea of like him like constantly coming back to this village
Yeah,
to try and get Belle, because in the original movie that's not really
You never really
explained.
knew that,
yeah.
It just when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, he just wants this girl, like for the first time he's seeing. But no, but in the newer one, it's like he's been
He's
there-
tried multiple
He's
times.
tried.
He's like giving her flowers, like, "Can I come over for dinner tonight?" And she's like,
No.
"Tonight's not a good night." He's like, "You're busy," and she's like, "Nope."
Yeah, no, I don't care about you. No.
See, and that's kind of why I liked Emma Watson, because I think she is.
She did the acting portions all right. It's
She
just,
is that character. She is that strong female. Like I'm gonna break the mold of
Attractive,
what's going
smart.
on. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But I think that role could have been done by so many other actors. I just feel like Emma Watson. They just grabbed her just because it's like, oh, we
name?
can, yeah,
Yeah.
just by the name alone.
Well,
It's
if you saw the other people they were like thinking about taking, she was the best choice. I think Kristen Stewart was on the list.
No thanks. She already tried Snow White.
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's right.
She already tried that.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
That wasn't a
Was
Disney.
that that was, yeah,
not
it wasn't Disney.
It wasn't
No.
Disney.
No,
No, because that was the Huntsman.
that was the
Yeah.
Huntsman movies.
Snow White and Huntsman.
Yeah.
Then Mulan 2. That one's supposed to be very different than the...
Yes.
Original.
So some people are taking like, and the reason that this one too, they talked to the creator, like the director, and it's like, well, why didn't you do what the Jungle Book did, and not make this a musical? Just make this. And he goes, because they have the best. Like you're telling me to take Be Our Guest out of.
You're taking,
No,
you're taking,
you
of-
can't
you're
do
taking,
that.
of-
Yeah.
you're taking Gaston out of.
But that's what I
Beauty
mean.
and
He's
the
like, you
Beast.
wrote the best songs ever for this film.
Yeah.
You're telling me to take them out.
No. Don't.
So he got Alan Menken back, the guy who helped co-write
Yeah.
all the originals, and that's where the new songs came in, was from him. So it's
Okay.
not like they just got like a new guy in to write songs.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to know what the new song.
They got Celine Dion back to sing another song.
To sing, yes, to
And
sing
the-
the new A Moment Lasts Forever.
Yeah, or
whatever,
something.
which is Kevin Klein's song, which blew me
Yeah.
away. That they're like, Kevin Kline sings, but apparently he has some form of like Tony Award or something. Like he's an
Yeah,
actual
Kevin
like,
Kline's actually a pretty...
the guy who played
cool.
Gaston is a guy who like did not Broadway, but one
Yes.
of those things in
Mhm.
England. Like he was,
Yep.
he's a theater guy.
He's a huge theater
Yeah.
person. Yeah. If you ever watch a Crosswalk musical, they did one for Beauty and the Beast. It's hilarious, and they got all the actors to. What they do is they do crosswalk theater. They hit the crosswalk. They have 60 seconds to perform scenes from movies, and they
Oh,
actually
yeah.
got the actors from Beauty and the Beast,
I think I saw that. I
minus
think I
Emma
saw-
Watson,
yeah.
to reenact all the scenes from Beauty and the Beast within 60 seconds. on
Every
this
time the
crosswalk.
light was like red,
Yeah.
they'd come on and like
Yeah.
onto the crosswalk.
It was pretty great. You have to watch it later.
No kidding. So Beauty and the Beast.
It's Not bad. I don't know. I'd watch
Do you
it
think the hype train also kind of killed it for you?
a ton.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
100%. Like it's
Over
like Beauty and the
rated.
Beast. It's like that's the Disney movie. Like when you think Disney, you think Beauty and the Beast, Lion King.
Well, and everybody, we were all praising it.
Yeah.
So that's a piece of it too. As you go in, like, hey, this is gonna be killer, and then you watch it, and you go,
We overhyped it.
Well, I don't think that
We
I
apologize.
I went in knowing that it was going to be
Not my fault.
good. I just didn't go in
started it.
expecting to be. I need to watch this after I finish watching this
oh,
kind
yeah.
of thing. Like I will probably watch it again.
Yeah.
But not anytime soon.
The behind the scenes stuff's actually pretty cool.
Yes, I feel like
Yeah, I
the
never
deleted
watched
scenes,
those.
the making of would be pretty.
There's
pretty
actually
fun to watch.
they talk about even the first table read that they did,
Oh yeah.
which was just like they performed everything.
Of course,
they did
you'd have to-
everything.
you'd have
like
to,
they didn't
yeah.
just like it was a full on like.
You almost have to.
So all the actors are sitting there going, "This wasn't like regular where you're like, and then I do this."
I wonder if they actually got Ian McGregor and
Ian McKellen.
Ian McKellen to actually like motion capture their stuff to put as
Oh,
the
probably.
characters.
I don't.
I feel like
they
I think
did.
Ian McGregor probably would have, but I don't think Ian McKellen would have been able to.
From the looks of it, I think they just did voice work,
Yeah.
That's a shame.
and we're on set to obviously like interact.
Yeah.
But all the other stuff was just like here's the candelabra. This
But-
is where you're
but,
looking.
like, for them-
Here is the light thing.
but, like,
they
I
didn't
would've-
do any
Yeah.
other.
I would have liked to see Ian McKellen in like a green suit doing all the movements.
Everybody would
for-
like to see that
for
footage.
Luminaire. Yes.
Oh, Ewan
For Lu-
McGregor.
Yeah, to do Luminaire's Be Our Guest bit. I feel like he would have been totally down with that.
They do show Emma Watson filming the Be Our Guest skit. It is pretty boring to watch.
I'm assuming it's just a person on the table.
She's
sitting there
sitting
going like,
There's literally the long table because they did quite a few of the sets. They built them,
yeah.
but it's her at the end of a long table, like with like lights flashing around her, like doing like mimicking all the lights, so that when they filmed her,
The
fireworks are
Camera's
going
not
off.
really on her for them.
But it's watching her.
Yeah.
But whenever it watches her, whenever she's, it's just her like
Or when she's reaching
reacting
for
to
like, the food.
absolutely
No.
bupkis.
That's
I know.
hard to act. That's hard to act.
It's kind of sad too. Like
Yeah,
you
it
get
is.
like these great actors.
Yeah,
And
she
they're
said
just
that was the most boring scene she filmed.
Yeah, it's like the interview that Ian McKellen had with during The Hobbit when he had to film some scenes at the Hobbit hole, and it was literally just him sitting inside of a room with green screen, and he was like, "This is ridiculous. I do Broadway. I do like Shakespeare.
I know.
I am way above green screen acting."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember he.
Well, and especially like after you had not The Hobbit, but after Lord of the Rings, where they did so many camera tricks and used so many physical sets.
Yes.
To then put them in front of green, like that's why I hated The Hobbit as much as I did those movies. Was they digitaled so much after they did such a good job of not digitizing.
They actually had a lot of practical effects.
Yeah.
For the first couple movies.
Yeah, for the original trilogy, it was perfect. And then all of a sudden, you're going to The Hobbit, like I love The Hobbit as a book. I'm like, this is gonna be the very best. And then they added parts and did this. And
Yeah.
did
Added
that.
characters.
Added completely new characters that shouldn't have
Cool.
been in there at all.
Guy with the hook arm, man. So cool. So integral to the original story. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I didn't really do a whole lot this week. So
I had a Friday the 13th ish type week,
yes,
so
Yes.
I watched. No, I watched. So obviously we've been playing.
yes,
Game is still good.
buggy but fun.
Honestly, any
I
bugs
wa-
that are left are like good bugs.
I watched someone fly through the window, go straight through the ground, and then come up through the ground.
Yep. Fun bugs. Because once you're through the window, you're dead. So
I guess.
what happens to you after that is like, and if you drive through the exit backwards, the car tries to turn around
And it gets stuck.
and gets stuck as like Austin Powersy.
Yeah, like the.
But you still escape. But everybody watching you is just watching your car do this.
That's pretty great.
I'd like to see it if Jason like teleported over there. All he sees is a car in the background.
Well, it's too far for me now. Shit. Well, shit. They're doing the thing. I've
Screw
got them.
themselves over.
And then I also bought the director's cut or the killer cut of the Friday the 13th reboot movie with Jared Padalecki in it.
Yes.
You know what? It was
Not bad.
It was actually a really good remake. Like it was one of those ones where you're like, because they did Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, they're doing all the same kills, they're doing all the same stuff. This one is its own movie,
It's different.
and it starts off with his mom getting her head cut off, like right away. So obviously she was the original killer still,
Yeah.
They built that in.
Mhm.
They made the footage look old.
Essentially, it was just number 2.
Yeah, and so he finds her head, and then it teleports you, the 20 years later or whatever.
Yeah.
But I thought the Jason they did in that was really good.
Can I borrow that movie?
It's
Or did
on
you
my
buy it
Go-
online?
it's on my Google
okay.
Play thing.
That's okay.
But
I have it.
but
You can probably find it. It's
he's
hard to find.
he's
yeah.
a hunter in this. Like he's a bona fide
He grew up in the wild.
he did.
Yeah.
So he's been hunting, and and he actually the whole premise is that he actually has a pot farm to attract young people to his place.
That sounds about right.
That seems right.
So a bunch of potheads come looking because he doesn't want to kill like innocent-ish
Yeah.
type people.
Yeah. Just
So
people who
just
do
grow
bad
it.
things.
Just people who do bad things. So
Just
he's
grow
like
it.
he starts a grow up essentially to attract like horrible people to himself, and then kills them.
Wow.
I
So
have to
and,
rewatch that movie.
and the pot thing is actually a very subtle. I had to I'm looking up trivia stuff, and it's the director saying like, yeah, that's why
Okay there?
he has the pot field, is because of is to attract people to that pot field.
Yeah.
And he's not some mystical murdering like demon guy. He
Not
is
yet.
no.
Yeah.
This is legitimately just Jason.
Sequels.
And unfortunately, the sequels have all been canceled and canned and that kind of stuff. But like,
Who knows at this point?
Well,
And
maybe
so-
this will revitalize interest in the franchise.
and honestly,
Maybe.
and there were a lot of people actually in the first 20 minutes of that movie who were actors. Like I recognize a bunch of them. Like, oh, I didn't know they were in this movie. And the clearly absent person in that scene would be Jared Padalecki, and you're going like, and then in the first 20 minutes, dead. And you're just like,
You'd think you'd be trained for this.
well, no, but like all of them are dead, and then you get to like Jared Padalecki because one of those
Oh.
people was his sister. So now he's looking for his sister.
Gone.
It's okay. It's just a little carpet.
And dog hair, probably.
No, I vacuumed since she's been here.
Okay.
But yeah, so like, and Jared Padalecki is one of the most well prepared for Jason in that entire flick. Like he's
wonder-
the one who's like, there is clearly something out there trying to kill us.
I'll say that too.
Get the salt and the
And the girl
shotguns
from
ready.
It calls his brother up.
The
Jared-
girl from the Flash
Calls
is
Bobby,
in it.
Jensen.
calls Bobby up.
Yeah,
Calls
the girl from
Dad.
the Flash is in it.
okay.
Which one? Does
The
she have
doctor chick?
The doctor chick, not
Kate-
Iris.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, neat.
She's like the main lead chick.
Ah,
So she's also like, no, there's an idiot out there killing people.
Yeah.
Like, let's not go out into the dark. And then everybody else is a moron around them.
Well, yeah, it's a horror movie.
that's
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
have those.
And
cliches.
there are 13 deaths within the film.
That's fitting.
Fitting.
Yeah.
Very fitting.
Yeah, but honestly, out of all remakes, it was a really, like, I'm sitting there going, this is where you start a franchise now, is with this flick.
What's this
Because,
one?
yeah, like, in all honesty, the original series, his background was a little wonky.
No. It wasn't.
Mom died, he died, comes
No,
back,
he
this,
died.
that. I know, he originally died.
And then Mom
Mom went
revenge.
all killer.
And then he came back.
Right.
Yep.
It was a little convoluted.
And he just kept coming back after every movie.
Right.
Yep.
It was a little convoluted.
It's
this one,
simple.
this one, this one really just was like, here is the origin of Jason.
Yeah.
Done.
Done.
And you're like, okay.
Okay. Makes sense.
And then he just starts killing people all willy nilly, and it shows like he has like the cloth mask on for a bit, and then he finds the hockey mask later. So it's you get that progression.
Yeah.
It was actually a really well done film.
Yep.
Other than that,
You've been playing the game.
I've been playing the game, and that's more just Gaia 5, which is again I can't even talk about because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yep. That's about right. I have experience with JRPGs.
Yeah.
That comment is accurate.
Thanks.
Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing in Persona 5.
Ping.
Small as well. Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
The game. Pretty
You
fun.
can check out our playcast.
Yes.
It's on
Check out our
It's on our
playcast.
YouTubes.
Boop tube.
Played like a couple games of Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly getting like
Heroed out.
I'm kind of I'm at that point too where I just have no
Yeah.
interest in that game. Like
There's-
not
And
for
you guys want me to join.
If you join, we start playing again.
Yeah.
maybe.
There's a
Or you
new
can start playing
event.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
No.
my
PlayerUnknown
PlayStation.
Battleground, guys. We gotta get that one. That's
Not my
the
PlayStation.
That's
Why
the
would I
next
want the
one.
computer one?
I'm telling you guys, PlayerUnknown Battleground. That's
Yeah.
the
I know. That's our next
I'm
one that we're
super
thinking.
excited for that if and when that goes on. So.
New event for heroes is starting this week. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. There's an
Play 15
anniversary.
games
to get a
together.
new mount to get wings in Diablo.
I feel bad for not doing any of the Overwatch stuff for the anniversary, but it's
Yeah, it is. Right?
Yeah.
nothing interesting. It's
Yeah,
basically the same
nothing-
as it's the same as the other events,
Exactly,
just
yeah.
as anniversary.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I'll log in and get my one crate and be like, good.
Yeah.
It's
what
not
I
like
did.
there's literally no anniversary-esque events to like. There's not even a new game mode for it.
No.
They just
Just
added a new map.
costumes and
Just
just
added a new map,
costumes. Yeah.
which is fine, but it's no like unique single player.
Nothing's-
or
I
co-op
feel
mode.
like
Yeah.
Blizzard's been pumping out too much stuff recently.
That's just simply cosmetic, too.
But it's not even just cosmetic. I think it's just like event after event after event
Oh,
after
yeah,
event.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's just like it's
basically
overload.
it's a carbon
yeah,
copy
that's
of the
true,
last
too.
event too.
That's true too.
And a lot of it is.
Yeah.
So it's just like play 15 games with your friends, and it's like, but what changes about the like even if it was play 15 brawls with your friends,
Yeah.
and the brawl was like on a different rotation every like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and you're like, what are we playing now? What are we playing now? At least it makes the game a little bit more interesting in
Makes
heroes.
it different.
Again, Overwatch at least add a story element
They
to an event.
and they have, but for some reason this anniversary event did not have anything.
Yeah, like I feel like they should have saved that last one they did where it was like the
Uprising?
beginning,
The
the uprising
Uprising
thing.
event?
That should have been the anniversary.
That was
That was
super-
fun. That
Yeah.
was the uprising.
I
was
played a
fun.
few games of
I
that.
played
That
a
was
few
super
games of
cool.
That was good.
Or maybe for the anniversary event, they should have brought back every single custom game mode that they've made.
Yeah.
For the
Sure.
like that would have been
Something.
like look at what we've done over the past year.
Yeah.
Right here. Have some fun for this like
Yeah, I
month and
think
a
it's
half or
just
whatever.
like event, and we just keep kind of like playing them until eventually now we're just like,
We're just feels like a
Why?
grind.
Or it's like, is
Yeah.
this the event that you get this one in?
Yeah.
No, it's the same as last one. Oh,
Oh.
it just felt there was
Yeah.
just nothing new.
Yeah. The same thing with like Hearthstone, playing that card game for Blizzard. It's getting repetitive. Tavern brawls, rank. Tavern brawls, rank. Tavern brawls.
You gotta get away from this Blizzard stuff.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
know.
we've been playing Friday the 13th
Hell yeah.
and dying.
And then I started watching Star Trek Next Generation on Netflix,
Oh.
which
Have you ever seen it
I quite
before?
missed. Yeah, as a kid.
As a kid, I think we've all seen a little bit of
Yeah.
it.
So it's pretty
I watched the
nostalgic to
movies
start
as a
watching
kid.
these again.
Yeah,
I never actually saw the show as a kid. I watched the movies.
you're not missing out on much.
The shows were good.
The shows are
Oh, they are good.
They're good.
They are
They're
good. I'm
yeah.
not saying that they're not bad. They're just it's if you watch the movies, it's
Yeah,
basically-
you're not missing any major story
Yeah, it's not like you need to watch specifically this episode for
for that.
to know
yeah.
the story beat in this
Oh,
movie.
for
so
sure. The movies were very.
They're very
I
confined.
like the
Very well
movies.
They're very self-contained.
Yeah. Which is nice. And then other than that, I think that's it. I haven't really been doing too much. So,
We're all very boring people.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys.
It's okay. Ping.
Go. Well, I guess we'll stick to the Netflix. I finished Iron Fist.
Yay!
How
Have you?
no, I haven't actually
Okay.
started it yet.
How do you feel at the end of that show? Do you feel as if how
I'm
we
a little
feel?
confused.
He's the immortal Iron Fist.
I'm a little confused.
I'm sure.
Danny Rand.
I'm not sure. I did. Is that clear? Did he say that before?
Danny Rand, the
How-
immortal
who-
Iron
who
Fist.
is?
Danny Rand.
Who's?
He's
what-
the immortal Iron Fist.
Okay.
He's there to destroy
Okay.
the hand.
Who's Danny then?
He's the Iron Fist. The
Who,
immortal
okay.
Iron
Okay.
Fist.
What's his last name?
What is he here for?
Danny Rand.
What is he here for?
To destroy the hand.
What's the name of his company?
Rand Industries.
Oh, okay.
I think we've covered the whole show. Did you like the drunken? Did you like the drunken master fight?
I think it was the same thing as Beauty and the Beast. It was really hyped up.
It
Oh,
was
and
totally.
it was
hyped.
like, oh,
It was totally hyped
Okay.
up.
because it was the best fight scene.
I was hoping Gal would have fought.
No,
No,
she's,
you can't use her yet.
Also, that actor is probably.
You have a
super-
stunt double.
You get stunt doubles.
That's what you do. You have
As
a
a-
stunt
as
double. But I get it. You're not going to be an old woman.
As a segue,
I get it.
as a segue about stunt doubles, I was watching some of the blooper reels for Deadpool the other day, and one of the scenes was like, "My stunt double's gonna fuck you up," and I'm like, "Why was that not in this movie?"
I was a little confused at the end of it.
Why?
I don't want to spoil it.
Was he?
can't
Was
say
he?
it.
Was
About
he
Kung
Danny?
Lao?
Yeah.
Was
Okay.
he was he
I'm a little
Danny,
confused by that.
was he Danny Rand?
That's because he wasn't there to protect Kunlun.
Yeah, but what?
He was too busy being the immortal Iron Fist.
I will ask
And
when
fighting
Brian's
my
not around. I was just saying I was confused.
I don't know if
Do you
I'll
okay? Do you
get
agree?
into Iron Fist. So if you want to,
Do you
I won't
agree
be
though?
on
At the end of this show, he is no much better than the Iron Fist, and that
He's
he
the
wasn't
same.
right.
I'll admit he's probably the same.
Like there's no character development for him.
Well,
at
he
all.
had sex.
Good point.
He
changes
He
the
went into like episode 4. I'm
Wow.
celibate. I don't do that shit. And then like 2 episodes later,
Was it 2? I thought it was a little bit later than
It's
that.
because he's never seen a vagina before.
Or boobs.
Or boobs.
yeah, he went into that scene just ready. Yep, and like he knew what he was doing already. For someone who's celibate and doesn't know what he's doing, he
Maybe.
jumped right into that.
Consistency. No, he was just
It's
using.
just as consistent as the rest of the show.
So if his fist glows with the Iron Fist, do you think his penis glows?
So, look.
It's his chi.
Iron dick. It's his Iron dick.
That's the porn parody.
Iron dick.
I was so confused about who the final boss was going to be for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And even that fight, I found
they passed
very underwhelming.
They passed that baton quite a few times.
Well, it could have been like 3 different people.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I was anticipating each one. Like, that was going to be... And that turned out to be that one. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Cool.
And then that fight, or if you want to call it a fight,
Sure.
was very underwhelming.
You mean that the professionally trained ninja guy should have easily been able to handle
Yes.
the final fight?
Yes.
And didn't?
Yeah.
Kooky.
But he's still
So in other words, he's less of an Iron Fist at the end of the show than he was when he began.
No, he's still...
Minor details, guys.
oh, we got a comment about some video
Yeah.
cards.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Merci beaucoup.
He's asking what he should get.
What he should
Oh.
get. Yeah.
Get the
But he is not selling that.
Oh.
Or GTX 1060.
I'm not sure what the Ryzen one is. 1063 gigabytes, fine.
Yeah, I would go with the i5 7400.
Yeah.
Or better.
Yeah, I don't... I could see a second season
Mm-hmm.
by the final kind of setup. Of,
Sure.
Because as people were coming up in that show, I was like looking it up, like who are they? I can see where the villain could be for the next one.
Mm-hmm. There's tons of possibilities. I think that, and again, it depends on what happens at the end of Defenders too. So
That's true.
So
Best hiding spot.
yeah, Iron Fist.
I-
Less of an Iron Fist at the end of it than he was
He's
at
the same.
beginning.
He wasn't less, he was the same.
Yeah, right? He has no character development in that sense,
He was the same.
other than having sex.
He's Danny Rand, the immortal Iron Fist.
What is he there to do?
No longer the virgin.
What is he there to do?
No longer ever. There's character growth.
He's there to defeat the
And
hand.
I remember you saying Ward having a big character growth.
I think Ward was super cool.
I loved Ward.
I think by the end of it, Ward and Joy almost flipped spots.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, oh yes.
But they gave Ward way more of a... Joy just kind of like...
Gradually went down.
Yeah. Whereas you saw the fall of Ward, and then
You
him,
saw...
like,
you saw Ward do like the character arc, whereas Joy was just like... Do-do-do-do-do-do-do, poof!
She just had enough.
she just stopped
Of
doing
everything
I
that
know
was going up.
She
Just like,
stopped.
screw this shit! And just gone.
Yeah. She's the villain of the next series. Yes, correct.
Hey.
Hiding in an outhouse.
Yeah, we survived that pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
This one was the one where you disconnected. I was waiting for you.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
no,
Iron
that's my
Fist.
Netflixy
Mhm.
part. I really haven't been playing. Oh yes, I have played much. I finished the season 2 of Walking Dead.
Oh, nice.
Finally finished that. There was a hard decision at
That's
the end of that.
Kill yourself.
That's a long
No,
season.
because she said
of
the
this.
third one.
That would make it a really awkward decision then.
No,
You
it
can
was
never
really
play
hard
the third
decision.
game.
He
It
goes
took
on
me
the
a
third
second.
game. It's like, nope.
It took me. Usually it's I already know what I'm going to pick ahead of time, just waiting for it. This one was like I could go either way with it.
Did you get a timer with it?
There was a timer with it.
Ooh, do you wait until the very end?
No.
And then you're indecisive,
Close.
and you're just like,
I don't know.
No, and I mean, it was a good story. I mean, she has been through a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
I can't put myself to play season 1 anymore because I want to see how season 2 ends for the third one.
I need to see how season 1 still ends.
It doesn't really end.
It does.
It's pretty like. I don't know how.
So is this one then? It's the same as the ending as kind of the first one.
Oh, then I don't like.
She lives and goes on with her life. That's
Okay.
but there's a good Telltale game. No
I
platinum
think-
out of that.
Oh, they just gold trophy.
Gold. They gave gold in the first episode,
Oh, so it's
and
just,
then the rest were silvers and bronze. Whatever. I'm level 20 now on my trophies, so yeah.
I'm only like 14 or something.
The Switch doesn't have trophies.
We don't have to worry about those.
Nope.
I like.
Although Disgaea 5 has trophies built into it.
It's because it's a PS4 version.
I know.
I like them. So, and then I saw Alien Covenant.
Neat.
How was that?
Alien.
I was interested in seeing that movie, but I haven't seen it
It's
yet.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a
How's Michael Fassbender in it?
there was a point with him where immediately I jumped to Archer and went phrasing
Uh-oh.
because he is playing the flute with this other character that has one arm. This character can't play the flute properly, so he's like, "Okay, this is how you play." Blah blah blah. You try, and the person would blow into it and just all that. And then he's like, "Okay," and after the person was blowing, they talk for a little bit more, and then okay. And then his comment was, "You blow, I finger."
That was clearly meant to go into that, yeah.
I went with my brother. I went with my brother and his friend. All three of us, had a little chuckle. We could hear people around us in the theater chuckle. And my first comment that came to my head is phrasing.
Are we not doing phrasing anymore, guys? Guys? Are we not doing phrasing?
That was like last year. Come on.
I mean, it was a decent movie.
The scares were all right, and
No.
No.
I mean, me and my brother had this kind of discussion after. I mean, our first kind of horror movie that we saw was Event Horizon when it originally came out in theaters. So we were young kids. Mm-hmm. So we couldn't stand that movie because we had to be taken out of it because we got so scared. Mm-hmm. And now we come to a point where you see the jumps coming, and it's just that anticipation that you're waiting for.
or it's like just a cat in the locker.
Like there was one person who was looking into the egg, and it's like, okay, it's coming.
Yeah.
And you're just waiting, and it's like taking longer than usual, but it's still like
It's still gonna jump out at him.
you know what's gonna happen.
And I still liked, that's why I did like the Paranormal Activity movies, because the first two at least, they were like, you're waiting for the jump, and then the jump doesn't happen. Like
Or
where
it's,
it should.
or it's like just a moves
Like
to
they
the
even,
chair.
but they even build up the music, and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
And then nothing, and you're like, okay. And they wait for you to do that, like,
False
You're
sense of
relaxed.
security.
Oh,
Yeah,
and-
it's not
Bam! They hit you.
and then you go, oh,
I mean,
that was good.
it's a false sense of security. They got you
yeah.
there.
It'll make you jump,
But not be like,
it doesn't scare.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, like it, I feel like is going to be the next one that actually makes.
yeah.
Well, for you,
Yes.
yes, I'm.
Yeah,
I
but
still
that's
feel
not
like he's
pretty.
a creepy enough character where you're going to leave that theater going like,
I don't like him. Yeah.
Yes.
because that's the
We're
biggest.
gonna clown the same again.
Well, that's a lot of people didn't though. If you think of Alfred Hitchcock
Yeah.
and the Birds, a lot of people
Were-
did not like Birds
Birds
after
after-
that
yeah.
film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the power of movies
Yeah.
that they can have if the characters are done right, I think is a big piece of it.
And especially
Yeah.
if I'm not going to say that this is the responsible thing to do, but if kids or parents let kids watch the new
Well,
It coming out,
and
it's going to be exactly the same thing as when we were kids watching that movie.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
I guess kind of where also that conversation started with my brothers. Beside me, there were like younger kids. And I'm like, why? I know this is going to be a gory movie. They said that before that. You're bringing your kids into this?
Yeah.
Really?
Was it rated R, this one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be. If it's an alien
There's
movie,
nudity. There's violence.
Then yes.
there's
if it's an
gore.
alien movie, you can't.
And
Well,
it
the
showed
last
this.
ones they made
This
were only
movie
PG.
showed the evolution of the alien.
It
Yeah, because it's a
It did
prequel,
show
isn't it? It's a prequel-y thing, isn't it?
It's a sequel to Prometheus, but
it's a
still before
prequel to- yeah,
before-
Alien.
Sigourney
This is
Weaver.
supposed to be apparently. It's I was kind of reading up on it. It's supposed to be a prequel trilogy.
So there's one
So eventually
more.
There
we're
should
gonna-
be one more.
So eventually we're going to lead to a mining facility where someone puts out an SOS and...
Yeah,
no, the
at the
first
end
one they
of-
find. No, it was a ship. They find in the
Oh,
first
sorry,
one.
the ship, yeah.
So they had to set up that ship, and then
Yeah.
So that's the third movie, essentially. Is
Yeah.
This third in this
and this one's
trilogy.
spent, or this one's like 10 years after
Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Mhm.
So it's,
Hmm.
but it showed the aliens came out in different spots this time, not the usual chest.
Oh.
Their vaginas?
No,
Oh,
Like
that's
a
a baby.
rebirth?
That's a baby.
one came out the back.
Oh, neat.
That one was
Well, if the front's
Gross.
covered.
no, it wasn't. The
Oh.
guy was literally like vibrating there, fine, and then all of a sudden there's spikes coming out his back, and then it rips out his spine and everything with it. It's like, whoa.
Visual.
And then the second one came out the guy's mouth.
Neat.
Where you spit up and you see everything come out. It's like, wow.
See, and I think the appeal of the Alien movies from, before, was the fact that you didn't see... Like, a lot of people have lost that in the horror genre.
Yeah.
Is you don't get that whole, like, here's the alien, this is what happens, da, 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 da. We're getting more of the action horror movie as
Yeah.
opposed to,
There-
like, this is the thing in the
The
shadows
horror,
that pretty much,
horror.
like, you can see a hand grab you and it disappears and you're like... So then you see a dark alley. Like, it's not the thought process right away. It's the, like, you leave the theater and it's kind of dark and there's, like, a dark path you have to cross and you're like,
I don't want to
I'm gonna go the long way.
Yeah.
And
Like, if
it,
I
was,
watch
it wasn't actiony. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't. Like it was very. Like it was very slow at the start.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was building
Yeah.
towards it. I think all the aliens do that.
Yeah.
All the alien movies
They
they're
have to.
slow.
Yeah.
And then the action starts really picking up.
Well, because once the aliens are revealed, they kind of have to do their
They have to
shtick.
go
They're
on
not
killing
just,
sprees.
yeah, they're not
Yep.
just like, we'll take this one.
Yep. Yeah.
They do in
It-
Resurrection. Though,
Yes.
Yeah.
Where it's they take them
Now,
Yeah.
one by one.
is there more than one in this movie, or there's like
Yes. Well, okay. Like I said, there is different
there's different
versions.
forms. Yes.
of them.
That's
they
cool to
grow
see.
Yeah, that's the big
throughout
one.
it.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I
there is
wanna
more
see.
than one.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as cool as that Alien game was, what Alien
Isolation.
Isolation? Because there's only one xenomorph in that game.
But
and-
that game is so hard.
It's
Yes.
so hard, but that one gave me, like...
Yeah,
Yes.
that one made
so,
you like.
but there's a genuine fear in that one, whereas in this it sounds like there's
more
more
one.
than just the fear. It's explaining these xenomorphs and how they're changing.
And you know what? And I'm okay with that, too, because, yeah, like, I have
Because
the
you need to
originals
build
I can
the
go
how
back
the
to.
well kind of.
Right.
Well, I was always under the impression though that it was maybe I was the wrong impression, but the predators had something to do with that other than just hunting them.
I feel like that Alien versus Predator movie, they basically just took the storyline and made their own universe. It's not actually contained within
Nope.
the Alien. Are they can?
They're
Are,
supposed to be.
They're supposed to
are
be
they
the
actually
same.
supposed to be the
'Cause
same?
In the original Predator movies,
'Cause they made them
without
they-
aliens. Like you can see the alien skull.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so
all
it's
that
not
stuff,
okay.
so.
they are. Like the universe is the
Supposed to
same.
be.
Yeah.
But
I think a lot of
maybe I
people
have to
have-
go back and watch that. But I thought the predators had something to do with
With
the
aliens being on Earth and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Not so much.
Well,
just
no, they,
being
they,
around.
they basically raised them as things to hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is what
Maybe
from
that's
that
what it
movie.
was, and they just came from somewhere else, and this is kind of explaining
I think.
where they came from.
Yeah.
That's why I would love
It's,
to.
it's an alien origin story.
Yeah.
I would love to see like an alien predator movie without humans, like where it's just like
AVP 2 did way better with that piece.
Was that the one with Lawrence Fishburne? And
No.
No.
no, that was Predator 2, wasn't that?
No.
No.
That was Danny Glover.
Danny Glover.
Danny
What was the one I
Predator
watched
2.
with Martin?
Predators.
Predators. That's the one I watched.
the
That was
newest predator
Yeah.
oh
Where they end up on the
planet.
planet.
planet being hunted.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yes.
I didn't mind that one, but
No, that was
AV
good.
for AVP, like the first Alien versus Predator was just
it was pretty bad. All the Alien versus Predator movies are pretty.
but AVP 2 did it more correctly where
Yeah.
Predator senses large alien cuz now it's a pred alien and goes like score, like that's a hunt. Takes
Yeah.
off to Earth by himself and he is a badass predator, as they should be.
Yeah.
Not like in the first
No,
AVP.
no, where they're
Where
like,
they get destroyed.
Where they just get, like, obliterated
Yeah.
until they get the help from the humans.
yeah, like,
But,
Predator should not
but in
be-
that, though, they were prepared. Like, they're supposed to get to a certain point before
Yes.
that's actually supposed to start.
I
And they weren't able to... And they were also... That's how they're training.
They're training, and I get that piece. But a predator's still going to look at a human and be like, nope,
Yeah.
and walk, and just keep walking. And that's what the predator in the second one does, is he's like, I hunt alien. Human get in way. Kill human.
Kill human.
And the predator, or the alien, that one's
Oh, yeah.
the same way, where it's just like, must get out, kill humans.
Yeah.
And the humans are just like, we need to live?
We've got gun.
And the guns do nothing. So
Yeah.
eventually
Yeah.
it's just humans like, we need to get to the helicopter.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's not around for this, guys.
But they did. They got to a helicopter and they still ended up almost dying. Like,
Yeah.
AVP 2 did a way better job of the alien versus predator thing where, yes, the humans are still there, but they are not important in any way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I
other
mean,
than to be cannon fodder.
it was a good
Cool.
movie. Twists are... I don't know, I've seen too many movies. They're expected. You knew it was going to... What the twists were
It's hard to do new twists in an alien movie, though.
in general.
Well, especially
In
with this,
general,
yeah.
especially with this one being set up as a prequel
Yeah.
to the original.
Like, the
trilogy.
third one's going to
Well,
be a
like,
very
and
by
I
the
know
books,
for the
like,
Prometheus, they didn't want to go with this is Alien, the movie
right.
type thing, but apparently there was such a fan outcry that
Yeah.
he's like, okay, well, fine,
We'll do something at the
this.
end of it.
Ridley Scott admitted or something that he did not do Prometheus well.
Yeah.
That he was like, yeah, I made
He
a
did not have the
mistake.
intention of having
Yeah.
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he started making the movie and went, noopes! And you go, that's not a way to make a movie.
Yeah.
You're doing it
And
backtracking.
you do find out about the characters
From Prometheus.
from Prometheus.
Yeah.
So I heard you.
Oh, snows, they's dead. Oh, snows, they's is now aliens. Oh, snows, they's is now a sack of eggs for aliens to, like, hump.
That's
Yeah.
about right. That's about right.
That actually happened faster. There was some alien humping, and that actually happened. That process
hugging.
happened faster.
Some
The face hugging? Or, like, actual aliens,
like
like...
alien sexing.
That
Weird.
because you know how, like in the first original Alien, it was on him for a long time.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
This like really quick.
they're young. They're still, like, you know...
They're
That one in the
vigorous.
old one, it took him a while to, you know, like, get in the
I
mood.
mean, I don't know how long those eggs were sitting
he had
there.
the pill took a while to take into
Yeah,
effect.
you know, you gotta
Yeah,
wrap up
sometimes
a
the
little.
tail can't get up fast enough anymore.
I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
that would be my only thing. Is that happened a little quicker than that should have happened.
Cool. So that's it.
That's it.
Cool.
Cool.
Cool. All right.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us this week on our Barrel Roll post-credit show.
Yeah.
If you liked what you saw, go to our website, barrelrollnews.com. It's got information about our social media sites, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, and everything else in between.
Also, apparently, we're here for your graphics cards needs.
Suggestions.
Yep. My answer is yes.
Get the computer.
Yeah.
All of them.
Don't get an iMac.
Every
an iMac.
PC you can get it.
Every
Buy them
graphics
all.
card, you just gotta try them out.
Yep.
Yeah. Get a $10,000 iMac. That's fine.
Either who, you can also check out our YouTube channel with all of our back catalog of everything we have ever done. And trust me, we've done
We've been a few
lot.
things.
lot.
We've been around.
Yeah. Subscribe there. Get notified when we go live or you know,
Yeah.
anything we post
Yeah.
in and thereof.
Oh, yeah. We also have a Patreon if you want to see us do dumb things, because this is a show where we do dumb things on. So if you want
Well,
to
it's
contribute to
full
that-
of dumb guys,
Yeah,
so
you know.
we might as well do dumb things.
So if you want to
Everything
see
we
us
do is dumb.
Yeah. If you want to see us do dumb things and eat things other than sugary filled candies,
I like sugar.
I love sugar.
you can check us out at Patreon.
You can, that's a quote for the back of the box. That's a quote for the back of the box. I love sugar. I love sugar.
You can check us out at patreon.com/BrNN. You can also, if you look up BrNN, you'll pretty much find us all over the
Yep.
internet.
Yep.
So check us out.
We're all over.
Find out. Yeah, we're all over.
Yes. We're all over the internet.
We're Juning all over the internet. So
June-
either,
come June with us later.
yeah, you come June with us another time, like next week.
Yes.
Yes.
Come June with us then. We'll still be Juning.
Yes.
Either way,
June.
from all of us here at Barrel Roll News.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. I forgot to press the button.
Bye!
He did